Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Hustle in Brooklyn, Season 1, Episode 9. It's the season finale. It goes down. We got Azia and Danny, the homegirls from the same block, the homegirls from Haiti, and the fighting going blows to blows. Danny won that fight. Danny is KO on this season. Everybody she came after, she ended up having a flawless victory. So we have that situation. Then we have Azia going back to Danny's enemies and saying, hey, you know what? I was wrong about Danny the whole time. I want to be peacemakers. I want to be your friends. And you guys are right all along. I was like, damn, that's some bullshit. Like, if we break up, we stop being friends, you're going to go to my enemies and say, hey, listen, I was wrong about her. And you're going to try to get sympathy from them and for them to be on your side. That don't make no sense unless you truly believe that I was wrong in all them situations. So I think on that situation, Azia should have thought about it before she met up with Eva and Ivy and basically pleading the fifth and just saying that, you know, she was wrong about Danny all along and they was right. And then Eva said, you ain't got no friends. That was wrong. That was a low blow because she keeps it close to the chest. I was like, damn. And we have Jesse. He's all around the place, you know, running his mouth, running his business. I never seen so many men run their mouth on this show like it ain't nobody's business. Jesse, Alicia talked to you in private because you was feeling a certain type of way. You was lonely. You was heartbroken. And you was mad at Santos kissing your girlfriend. You was mad at, you know, Ivy yelling at you and getting up in your face because you wouldn't defend her, you know, against, you know, Danny, and you didn't. And so therefore you went to Alicia for comfort, for a conversation. Then come to find out you got Alicia's sister's number and you was talking to her on the phone. So do you really like Ivy? Do you really like her? Do you really want her? But we find out that Ivy and, you know, Jesse are still together. But damn, like, if you go to a friend, your friend is giving you advice and telling you about your relationship because you're asking questions and they're being honest with you, you don't go back and tell your partner the conversation. You tell your partner how you feel. You don't go back and say, hey, well, this is what Alicia said. She said you was looking at this person, you was looking at that person. Did you see your girlfriend looking at this person or that person? Do you feel a certain type of way when you're out in public with your girlfriend and you feel like, you know, she caters to other men in the group than you? Then you speak up on that. It's like that scary bullshit where people be like, you know, somebody comes to you and they tell you their problems about their relationship, and then you give your take on it because you're on the outside looking in, and then they feel like what you're saying is right. But then they go back to their partner and be like, oh, Mary Jane said this and Mary Jane said that. No, motherfucker, tell how you feel. Why you gotta put my name in? I was trying to be a friend to you. I'm not even trying to get into your relationship. I'm trying to be a friend to you and comfort you and help you because you seem confused. But yeah, you gotta throw my name in your business. And then that's all Jesse's been running with. It's everybody's problem except for Jesse's problem. It's Danny's problem. It's Ivy's problem. It's Alicia's problem. It's like he don't take any accountability for anything that he does by running his mouth and talking about his relationship. And then getting Alicia's sister's number. Isn't that fugazi and shady? So we have that situation. I was just like, damn. And then we got the situation with Darnell and his wife. Darnell is a dirty, low-down mother sucker. He was wrong for that. He should have never kissed his wife in front of the woman that he just had sex with 3 days ago, and she didn't even shave. You know what I'm saying? And then you tell Danny that you're not engaged anymore. It's over. You're sleeping at your mom's house. So when she has sex with you at your mom's house, so your mom is condoning your behavior too as well. And I believe Danny told Alicia that you came in her too as well. So is she gonna end up pregnant too as well? So like, come on, stop playing that game. You want your cake and eat it too, Darnell. You need to pick and you need to decide, or you need to keep both of them and let them both know what's up. So Darnell was dead up wrong. He knew he just had sex with this girl 3 days ago. And I've been saying in all my videos that I believe Darnell and Danny been having sex. Like, they, after the scene cuts, they go have sex. So, you know, and it's just so wrong. Like, he's been a low down dirty dog. Like, he had sex with her 3 days ago, and then he's going to try to kiss his wife in front of Danny, thinking that she's not going to react when he already know how she is, and he already knows that she's drinking. So why would he put her in that situation to do that in the first place? Why would he even do that? And why would his wife condone that? That doesn't look good for you too either, Miss Fiance Raquel. I wouldn't have kissed him if he was sitting there talking to the girl that he used to work with, the girl he continues to have sex with and been having sex with, when she came into your relationship. I wouldn't have kissed him to make her feel bad, because you've been feeling bad the whole time, because that's why you kicked him out. And at the beginning, he chose Danny, but he felt like she failed and she was trash when she did her comedy show. So that's why he walked away from Danny. And the way, as flashy as Darnell was dressed with the pink on, the blonde hair, and then you got, you know, Danny coming in with her flashy dress, that's the type of female he wants. that's the type of look, because he wants that. The way that you look is not what he's looking for. He's looking for you to be in the house, to be a mother and play Mary Poppins in the house, be a part of the Partridge family. That's what he wants you to do. And then he wants to be flashy out here in these streets, and he wants it like that. He even told the pastor he really wasn't ready to get married. So why would you marry a guy that consistently said on this show that he's not ready to get married? So they're gonna get married supposedly, so it's whatever. But that was shady and low down what he did. I wish Danny could have walked away, but Danny ain't never walked away, and everybody knows that Danny ain't gonna walk away. And the person that knows this the most is Darnell, because Darnell is the one that always get her going. And for him to do that, he is part of jeopardizing Azia's performance in that show. And Santos and Azia did not bring that up, did not say anything. It's all Danny's fault when they know that he's still continually sleeping with her too as well. And yes, she's wrong for that, because she's dumb for being with him, but she's already caught feelings. She's been with him for 5 years. The fiance been with him for 12 years. She done got a baby. She lived with him. She done caught feelings. And they're so used to it that they keep going around in this merry-go-round, in this circle. But Darnell was wrong for that. You don't do like, you lucky that this was on TV, because if it was like to hurt somebody and do that in front of them, in front of their face, and kiss another person like that, you don't know what type of reaction. You got a mild reaction if she slapped you in your face and threw the money at you, because somebody else would have did something really more dangerous to you, or you could have put your wife in jeopardy. You didn't even care. You just wanted to show off that you had two women, and you was putting one woman down to big up one woman, to make one woman feel better and to make the other one feel bad, when you just had sex with her 3 days ago. So that was so fugazi and so shady, and you didn't get called up on that shit. And Azia, you've been saying from the beginning that you didn't want to mess with Darnell because, you know, he got drama going on, but yeah, you forget that Darnell is still sleeping with, you know, Danny, and you know that. And then you had a conversation with Danny and the clothing store, and Danny said she wanted to still talk to, you know, Darnell. And she was in love with him, and she wants to talk to him right then and there. That's where you should have stepped in, Agent, and said, well, you're coming to my release party of the new single. Please don't talk to Darnell there, because she told you right there that she loves him. So therefore, there was a domestic dispute at your single release party. And yes, Danny should not have went. Danny should have controlled herself. But imagine somebody that you were just with 3 days ago, and you've been with and been playing with you, telling you all these pillow stories and whatever, and you falling for it because you got low self-esteem. Because, you know, Danny has low self-esteem. She has insecurities. She wants to make it. And, you know, losing her mother and all that other stuff. And she got this guy promising her the world. Then he throws her to the side. And then he brings her back into the circle. You know, it's just so fugazi. So I was just like, damn. And then you got this Alicia bullshit with Jesse and Ivy meeting up at the party too as well. Like, what's going on with that bullshit? You know, and then Alicia walks up, and she's actually, you know, like, what's going on? And, you know, Ivy was like, I don't want to talk to you because you intervene in my relationship and this and that, blah, and the third. Alicia was like, well, listen, you know, nothing I should say should affect how your man feels. Yes, he should know. He should be strong enough to know how he feels about you and what he thinks about you, and can he trust you, and does he love you? And for him to put her in the mix, he's messy too as well. And Alicia, you know, when you try to be a friend to somebody, you try to give them advice, and maybe the advice that Alicia gave Jesse, maybe it could have came from a bad place, or it could not have came from a bad place, but he should have kept that secret. Because, you know, every conversation you have with your friend, you're gonna go tell your partner, you're gonna tell your girlfriend or your boyfriend. That's not right, because then therefore that brings in strife, especially if the partners and the friends don't agree. So basically he's throwing Alicia on the bus, like, well, you was in my relationship and you said this and you said that. Like, yo, you don't know how your woman is. You don't know how she acts. You're talking about that you guys are one-on-one against the world or whatever. But basically you let somebody come in and tell you something or give you their perspective on the relationship, and you ran with it, and then you ran to go break up with her. That wasn't Alicia's fault. That was your fault. You didn't sit down. You didn't think. You didn't get calm. You didn't relax. You didn't evaluate the situation. You had one conversation and you ran to try to break up with this girl, Ivy, or you wanted Ivy to cry and beg for you. And when she didn't give you the response that you wanted, then the relationship was over. So miss me with your sensitive ass. So moving on from that, I was just like, damn. And so anyways, Alicia should just mind her goddamn business. Don't say nothing to these fugazi people, because her and Alicia are not cool. Her and Alicia hasn't been working together. They're supposed to be working together. Alicia's supposed to be the publicist and helping, assisting, you know, bringing up artists where, you know, Ivy works at, and she hasn't been doing her job and she hasn't showed up. And then we got Ivy telling her boss that Alicia's bad for business. She's no good. So the boss is like, well, don't let her in this building. I thought she was your friend, basically throwing dirt on her name and the entertainment business. business. Like, she's taking it to a far different level. You know, Ivy also threw dirt on her, trying to, you know, have a meeting with Baggy, with her boss, and basically trying to help Baggy out. And then Eva sew up Ivy's ass, but the dude that you friends with, the dude that you kind of mess with or you kind of talk to, you know, your girl Alicia, your girl Ivy is dragging him along and don't believe in him and don't really want to work with him. But she only did that shady shit at the party at the rooftop, talking about do this, do that, all that generic shit to, you know, Baggy, and I'll help you out. But she wasn't a tad bit interested in Baggy, what it seems like how they edited the season. So you missed me with that. It's a lot of fakeness going on, a lot of snake behavior with a lot of these characters on the show. But in the be all, I want them all to make it and be successful, especially Santos with that app. Santos is head over heels in love with, you know, Azia. He wants her, he still loves her so far, but probably not today. He don't, because this shit has probably been filmed a long time ago. So we got that situation. So Alicia should have just, you know what, she should have just said, when Jesse came with all that bullshit about Ivy, she should have just said, you know what, me and Ivy are not cool right now. We don't have a working relationship, we don't have a friendship, so anything I might say to you might come out negative. Or, like, if, you know, you bring it up, you know, it might be a bad look, especially if you're really trying to work it out with your relationship. So maybe you should talk to somebody else, because me and her are now on the same page, and I don't like the bitch. Point blank, period. So that should have been it. But it is what it is with that situation. I was just like, damn, like, these people are just really, like, crazy. So we get Santos, we get, you know, Santos, Azia, and Darnell. They go to the studio. They go to the radio station, and they at Syria Radio, I think, XM Radio or something like that. And, you know, basically they released a new single, No Time. The song is popping, they're having a good time. We find out that Darnell and Santos actually been friends for like 15 years and everything's cool. Then we got Eva and Ivy. They meet up at the laundromat, and basically Eva's basically talking about, she talked to JB and basically was telling JB that Ivy was crying over him and that's a good girl and you shouldn't listen to rumors or he said, she said. And then she also said that I almost got into it with Danny, but, you know, and we get Eva talking about, like, you know, she got arrested in Jamaica and her mother had to send her money. She had all this shit going on. Shit was just like crazy shit to hide. And basically she don't want to catch a case. She don't want to catch a charge and all this other bullshit. So she, you know, she don't want to pop off because she got a lot to lose. And we also hear that from Azia. Azia's father was like, I didn't raise you to fight. That is the type of girl I raised you to be. But damn, she's talking about she got charges, she got court cases, she's been to jail. So how the fuck did you raise her? Like, you guys are getting the story all mixed up. The father's talking about, like, I didn't raise you this and that, but she got court charges, she got to go to court, she's been to jail, she's been locked up, and she's ready to go back. I'm like, okay, they're really pushing it. Like, come on, show us the true colors, show us the gangster, show us what you guys are all about. Like, I know you got to put on the funk. So we have that situation. So they're talking, and then basically, you know, Ivy is telling Eva, you know, just leave it alone. You know, she's bad for business. And basically, you know, Danny's just, you know, Danny's no good, basically. And so, so we have that situation. And then we have, you know, Santos, he meets up with, you know, Azia. They meet up and they talk or whatever, and Azia lets Santos know that she wants, you know, Alicia to be a publicist. Santos is like, oh, well, I don't care, we're going to do business. But he kind of feeling a certain type of way about Alicia, because he knows that Alicia doesn't get along with Ivy and Santos is cool with Ivy. So basically, let's stop some bags. Ivy already stopped, you know, what's her name, Alicia's bag with Baggy, actually meeting up with the boss and probably trying to get something popping or whatever. So now, you know, Santos is like, I don't know, whatever, basically. So anyways, Azia was like, I think, you know, Alicia's a dope publicist, Blase the third. So we'll see what happens with that situation. Santos is like kind of like shaky about it, but he's not sure. And so then we get to Santos. He ends up talking to Ivy about her relationship, and she lets, you know, Santos know that her and JB broke up, Jesse broke up, and basically the kiss on the forehead and how he felt about it and all this other stuff. Santos didn't really say much about it. He was like, wow, but he did ask her opinion on, you know, Alicia actually being publicist for Azia. And so Ivy was like, in my opinion, I say no because the way she moved. But basically, she didn't say no right away. She said, you see what she did here? You see what she did there? She went behind my back and tried to talk to my boss to try to get Baggy a deal, because that's what a publicist is supposed to do. The artists would love a publicist that would do what they need to do to get them on top, to get them the deal. And so we have that situation. So now, you know, Santos is thinking that maybe, you know, Alicia is not a good call for the situation. But also Santos has had a meeting with Azia and also, you know, her father, basically to talk about that they got a meeting with a record label and she might get signed. She might get some ducats. She might get some cash. I hope she does get signed. And, you know, because she is a star and she's a good entertainer. And I like her style. I like her flow. And she does have a lot of good points. And she does have a good mind too as well. But, you know, sometimes emotions get in the way of a lot of things. So we have that situation. And so basically you got Jesse and Baggy Lodge meet up. And basically Jesse's still hovering over the situation of Santos kissing, you know, Ivy on her forehead and pissed him off, made him upset. He thinks it's disrespectful because he already talked to Ivy about it. Baggy was like, nah, that's not gonna happen. Ain't no man gonna be kissing my girl on the forehead. That's disrespectful. Blase in the third. So basically, you know, Baggy Lodge was like, yo, you shouldn't end your relationship just because of a kiss or some bullshit or some he said, she said. You should try to make it work or whatever. So now JB, now he listens to everybody. Whoever he talks to last, that's opinion he follows. So the last person he talked to is who? Baggy. Baggy said go fight for Ivy. So now Jesse is going to go fight for Ivy. So Jesse meets up with Ivy, and basically the conversation as like he kind of apologized and kind of didn't apologize, and basically he wants her back. He misses her. And Ivy was like, right now I don't know, because like you totally tried to blame me for the kiss on the forehead. You didn't defend me. You totally broke up with me, and you was totally caught me off guard, and just like I need some time to think about it. So give me some time, give me some space or whatever, but I don't want to completely throw this relationship out the window. And Jesse was like, you know, I'm sorry. And basically he feels like he messed up. Listen to the he said, she said shit. So Jesse blows with the win. So we have that situation. And then moving on from that, Ivy was like, you know, you're listening to what Alicia said, me making eye contact, looking at dudes, like, come on, like, that's not a reason. It didn't even make any sense, and that did not come off on the show or whatever. So we have that situation, and basically Ivy said, I felt bad, like you broke up with me, you just dissed me. And so, you know, basically Jesse's like, I miss you, and I still care for you, I want you to be my girl. Ivy's like, just give me time. Then we have Santos doing his thing. Basically he's still in love with Azia, and he's gonna try to make a meeting with, with Azia to get on point or whatever. So we have that situation. And basically Azia, Ivy also tells Santos that, you know, she's a pillar of the community. She's a pillar of the community. And basically we find out that she got some connections because she's working with Charlamagne the God, and he's promoting her too as well. And, you know, she's going to be going on tour. So, you know, she ain't going to be around for a little bit. And so then moving on from that situation, who else did we go to? So now everybody is getting ready to go to the party. So everybody's going to the listening party to hear, you know, Ivy, you know, do her thing basically, and the album release party. So we get there. Darnell is talking to, what's her name? Danny, and basically he's having a conversation with her, and she was like, I want to talk to you. And she's feeling comfortable to talk to him and feeling like smiling and glittery and everything because she just had sex with him 3 days ago, and he's sleeping at his mom's house and she's fucking him on his mom's couch. So she's believing like, hey, then it's all good or whatever. And so then, you know, they're talking, and then the wife walks up, and the wife was like, what's going on? He was like, I'll be a minute. And like, what you mean you'll be a minute? You just told me you weren't going to be bothered with this girl no more, and you chose me over her, and you're going to give me a minute? Like, come on. Like, he has a lot of nerve. Then he kissed his wife right in front of her, and she was like, you don't got nothing to talk about to her. Come with me now. And Raquel did a good thing too as well, because the first time this happened at the studio, at the new studio that, Darnell was opening, he told her to leave because Danny was coming, but she didn't see Danny. She left immediately. And so, but this time she calls him over, and basically she's showing a little bit more power, that she has some control over this relationship too as well. But I wouldn't have kissed him, because I know what he was trying to do is trying to make her feel bad. And then on top of that, Raquel's also still not too thrilled with Ivy because, with, Danny, because at the basketball, thing that they was having the fundraiser, she ended up leaving because she seen Danny. And so she was hurt and she was feeling down. So both of these women are broken women, hurt women, and getting played by, Darnell. And she left because she saw Danny there and she was upset. So everywhere this guy goes, Danny's there. So what they still fucking Raquel. Come on. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. So she brings him on. So he just walks away and he leaves. And so, Danny's upset. She's mad about the situation. And she's just really upset because her feelings are hurt. She just had sex with him the other day. He done told her these lies that he's been telling her. But she needs to wake up. Once he told you that your comedy was trash and he's not working with you and he's going to choose his wife and his family over you, then you never give him back your box. You walk away. You cry every night. Be broken heart. Lift up your dress around whoever. Do what you got to do. But you never go back to a man that beat you down like that mentally, because then he knows he has the power and he can continue to dog you, and you'll be in the same situation as Raquel, because Darnell is going to move on from Danny, but he's still going to be cheating on Raquel because he knows he can do it and she will forgive him. But he's probably going to be a lot slicker and a lot smarter the next go around. And so we have that situation. So now Darnell's making all types of faces. He's jumping around. He's acting like everything's all good. He's the man. He just kissed his wife. His wife just told him what to do, and he's following her. He's following his wife around, and he's acting like his shit don't stink at all, and he's throwing it in her face, but he's doing it physically and emotionally, acting it out on stage like, I don't give a fuck about you, I don't care, I had sex with you, I did this to you, and I just dissed you and dismissed you in front of everybody and on camera. And he's jumping around and being all crazy. Nobody's even acting as crazy as Darnell. And so then Darnell gets up into, after the situation happened, they're standing around, Danny's standing there, he goes up to her face about to try to throw money, and she smacked the shit out of him, picked up the money, threw it at him. And then you have Azia, telling Danny that she's whacked, you better stop it, putting her hands on her, pushing her back and talking about, get the, you mess, you're acting up, this is garbage, like, you foul, whatever language they speak, the New York slang. And so, Danny and her friends walk away, and her friends is like, that girl was your girl, Asia's not your girl, the way she was pushing on you, the way she was telling you this. And then Asia did say, get the fuck out of here, or whatever. And so then now Danny's feeling a certain type of way, like now she's feeling like, Asia is turning on her, and now she's cool with Darnell, doing this music with Darnell, and she forgot about her, and Danny just told Asia that she loves him, so something had to go down, something had to happen, especially if you got the wife and the girlfriend, or the fiance and the ex-girlfriend in the same building at the same damn time. That was messy on Darnell's part. So why is Darnell not getting any blame for this shit? And yes, Danny's supposed to be a better friend to Asia and let her perform, but she goes, I'm just gonna let her perform, I ain't gonna even say nothing, I ain't gonna mess up. But then Darnell got into her face and go, and stick his tongue out and act like, it's all good, and she smacked the shit out of him, and she ended up leaving. Then we got the situation with Alicia and JB and Ivy, and basically they was throwing shots at Alicia, basically saying you interfering in a relationship and all this other stuff. And basically, we don't want to have a conversation with you. We don't want to talk to you. I'm feeling uncomfortable with you. Both of them are just basically giving, Alicia the cold shoulder. Alicia's thinking it's all good, but she shouldn't think it's all good, especially if she gave her sister's number to Jesse, and Jesse runs his mouth, but she didn't know Jesse was running his mouth and saying that, Alicia said you was looking at guys, you was eyeing guys down, and you was staring at guys. So now, JB, he's upset, and then, Ivy, she leaves the party, and so JB and Alicia are having a conversation. Basically, he's yelling at her, why do you have to tell her about my sister? Why do you have to tell her about that? Why the hell did you tell Ivy what the hell Alicia said? Why did you go back and tell her that, Alicia said you was looking at guys, Alicia said you was staring, Alicia said this, Alicia said that. So therefore, there's no loyalty. You already threw her under the bus and told Ivy what she said to you, so therefore she can throw you under the bus and tell what you've been doing too as well. And then she's acting as an accomplice in the situation too as well, because how did Jesse get Alicia's sister's number? So we got that situation, and so it's all fugazi. It's just like bad for business. So basically, Danny and Darnell argue. He goes, your shoes are too little. Look, then now he's cracking on her shoes because we already know that her living situation is bad. She's living with a bunch of people in a small house and she's trying to make it. And, you know, she doesn't have a mother. Everybody in her house is trying to make it. A bunch of them live in the house. You know, she tells us that. So he's cracking on her shoes, making fun of her. After he had sex with her 3 days ago, you lucky she only slapped her. You lucky she didn't go over there and beat your wife's ass and then, you know, do something to you, because in real life, people can't take this type of pain and rejection. They act up and they're fine with going to jail. So we have, and she was like, well, look at you with your blonde hair and your pink ass jacket. So we have that situation and it's done and it's over with. So then the next day we get Ivy and we have Ivy and we have Azia and we have Darnell and Danny. They meet up basically, and Azia wants to know what happened, what went down or whatever basically, but she's coming off like confrontational and everything towards Danny and in a certain type of way, in an aggressive way. And Danny was like, well, what do you mean what happened? Because Danny's trying to get it together because she's trying to fill out the situation, and she's basically her, and this is her friend that knows everything, and she knows that Danny already knows that she messed up too as well, and so Danny's running off at the mouth, and so then you know, Azia was like, yo, listen, I'm not Ivy, I'm not this one, I'm not that one. You're gonna act like a grown person, you're gonna calm down, we're gonna have an adult conversation. Yes, that's fine to say, and that's really mature for her to say, but it's kind of patronizing a person and kind of putting a person in a box and putting them down, and you're like being condescending too as well. So Danny was just like, fuck it. Danny's wrong for that too, because Danny should have said, yo, listen, sis, I'm sorry. I had sex with Darnell 3 days ago. Then he kissed his wife in front of me, and then he just drops me and just throws me away like trash in front of my face on camera. And I just told you I love this dude. She should have tried to explain herself, and it didn't go that way. And so basically there was like F each other. And so, you know, Adrian was like, what you putting your stuff on? You want some of this? You want some of this? You want some of this? Whatever. Like, I've been to jail before, you know, I got cases, blah, blah, blah. And so then, Danny's like kind of shocked too as well. And she's like, well, okay, come on. And so then security comes in, kind of like break it up. They go another way. So you never turn your back. So if you bad like that, Asia, why you turn your back on a girl you're about to fight? And so she turns her back, and that's when Danny hits her hat. Then she tries to swing on Danny. Danny gets her twice. Boom, boom, boom. And then after that, she put her pocketbook down. Danny should have grabbed her as she was walking away. She should have reached for her pocketbook as the security is pulling her away. But Asia got her pocketbook and threw her shit out. So that's what happened with that situation. So it went down like that. So I guess they ain't friends. So then the next day we got Asia. She's over here politicking. She meets up with Ivy. She meets up with Eva, and basically apologizing to them and saying that you guys were right about what you said about Danny. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Eva's listening. Eva was like, yo, you can save your apology, sis. I'm not feeling that. I don't care what you have to say. You're mad disrespectful. You came at me wrong with that situation with Alicia, with, you know, Black Rose. You said I shouldn't have said nothing. She was right. You shouldn't have said nothing right then and there. You should have waited and met up with Alicia and talked to her. And then the way that you got hostile towards him, they didn't show him getting hostile towards you. So maybe he did get hostile towards you, but you went off talking about kill somebody, I take my shoe off, I'm gonna hit you in the face, and all of the other stuff. And it's the guy that's been locked up for 10 years in solitary and has a manslaughter charge. Ain't nobody out there want to go toe to toe with him, not even security. They don't pay them that much. So you got that situation. And she was like, you took the conversation that we said and you went back and told Alicia, you went back and told Danny, you campaigned against me and made me look bad, like I'm the bad person, so I don't care about your apology. And then you told, you know, Ivy that her situation with JB is not Danny's fault. It's JB's fault. Yes, it's JB's fault because he should have put Danny in her place in the first place. He shouldn't have been working with her. He shouldn't have met her in the restaurant in a cozy place like he was doing and flirting with her like he was doing. He didn't claim, you know, Ivy when he was there at the restaurant with Danny at all either. So like, and then on top of that, he didn't say, hold on, listen, Danny, you're cool with me, but don't disrespect my girl in front of me. He never said that. He never stood up for her, for number one. Then number two, he's been calling Danny and try to do business with her and work with her without letting, you know, Ivy know. So he's a culprit in this situation too as well. So anyways, Eva is saying like, you this, you that, you did all these terrible things. You're a horrible person. You're a hypocrite. And I don't want to talk to you again. And I would prefer for us not to be friends. And that's why you ain't got no friends. I was like, damn, that was wrong. And low down, I was like, damn, she just totally dissed. You know, Azia was like, you are two-faced. And some people are saying that Eva came off as being jealous, being insecure, and being jealous of Azia. I didn't get it from that. I just get it that, you know what, you mad. I just get Eva saying that you mad fake now. Now you're coming with these apologies about your friend, but you've been campaigning for the whole time. Stick to your gun. Stick to the way you are or whatever. But Eva could have been like, you know what, sis, I understand what you're saying. Let's try to work on a relationship, you know, but Eva needs to work on her anger management too as well. So basically, Ivy's just sitting there like, you know, that's what it is. And so Eva gets up and she walks away. And so, you know, Asia just sitting there like, damn, it's like that. I'm like, so Asia, do you really think what you told, you know, Ivy at her job about like it's JB's fault and it's not Danny's fault? Did you really believe that? Did you really believe? And then on top of that, when Asia said that, you know, about when Eva was telling Asia, like, yo, the comedy situation, you went back and told everybody, I said, you told Alicia and them that and all this other stuff. When you said that, and then it's like, and then I had a private conversation with you, you asked me my opinion, not private, I had a conversation with you and you asked me my opinion, I told you, and you went back and you told everybody that I said this. And so that's when Asia was like, yo, listen, you said to me that I should have got her off stage and I should have did this and I should have did that or whatever. And I didn't think I had to do that. So that's when Eva was like, well, you've been having her back, fighting her battles and campaigning for her. So why, if your friend's embarrassing herself and she looks messed up on stage, why wouldn't you not try to come and save her then? And she was like, it ain't my job. I didn't know that. And so it seems like Asia agreed that Danny's show was messed up, that it was bad. But she's been campaigning, saying that her show was good and she just needs to work on it and not drink so much. So it seems like Asia's doing a whole double take, and of course she's gonna do a double take because she just got into a fight with this girl. So now this girl's her enemy, so she's trying to clear up what went bad. So I don't know, I don't like that. Like, you know, whatever. If you feel a way, you feel that way. But people are allowed to feel, people are allowed to change their minds and their opinions, because maybe she got a chance to analyze what was going on and she realized maybe that she was wrong in the situation. So basically it is what it is with that situation. You know, Eva right now, Asia right now don't really got no friends. I guess just Eva, and she got Darnell, and she has, you know, Santos or whatever, but it's just business. So I guess it's Eva and Ivy together, and it's Alicia and Danny together for now. So it is what it is with that situation. So it's the season finale. So we have Eva doing a comedy show. We have Danny doing a comedy show too as well. And we have, you know, Ivy. She goes on The Brilliant Idiots, and she's going to be doing her tour, and she'll actually get okay from her job to go on this tour and be the brand ambassador of some liquor and work her full-time job too as well. So she's doing her thing. We have Alicia. She signed Chinese Kitty. She signed her. She's doing her thing. We got Baggy Lord. She's doing his new video. We have, you know, Darnell. He meets up with his girlfriend, his fiance, and they're going to get married. But he, even in that conversation with his girlfriend, he was just like, he wasn't ready. And, you know, he felt like he wasn't ready, but let's do this. And she was like, what you mean you're not ready? And she basically changed the subject real quick because he's not ready. So anyways, he meets up with Just Blaze and getting some advice. Santos doing a damn thing for Alicia. I want to find out how Santos app is going so I can get that app, because that app sounds really amazing that he has invented. So basically that's it with the show. We haven't seen no more from Black Rose. That's pretty much it. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. It's a lot of snakeness going on, a lot of, you know, let me tell you this, let me tell you that. Everybody's running their mouth. Peace. I'm out. One love.